when Grandpa died, Jay called me at the house and he said, I think I called the ambulance. And he didn't even say hello, which was so unlike him. He just said, I think Dad is dead. And I called the ambulance and they're coming. And I remember staying on the phone with him and like, I was like, are you sure? He goes, I don't know. I think so. I don't know. And it was so bizarre because, you know, Jay and Grandpa like always, I mean, they lived together and they were really very close.
You know, he had a hard time when my father passed away. I think the death of my father affected him more than the death of my mother. You know, but he did a great job when he took over the house. You know, he did stuff, and I always laugh in a way because I'm sure my mother was up in heaven going, finally somebody fixed the light in the hallway.
I used to love, when we'd go to his house, I loved having him like take me on a tour. He would take me down the basement and show me what new thing he had just figured out in the house.
Look, Janet, you know, I did all this heat reclaiming with the boiler.
He dragged me down there to show me every little facet of this boiler and why it was so super efficient.
You know, I have a degree in mechanical engineering that's like long since discarded. I haven't like done anything in that in many, many years. So but he'd still bring me down to the basement and go, look, you know what kind of valve that is? You know what kind of, I'm like, no, I have no kind of idea what valve that is.
To me, when I think of Jay, I think of butter, or is it when I think of butter, I think of Jay? I'm not sure which, but I do remember him, and he liked his butter, and he loved butter on everything. That's my fond memory of Jay.
When he was little, he actually liked mayonnaise sandwiches, like that's all, just mayonnaise.
He would figure out a way how to get like the gravy like inside the mound of potatoes, and that was like, you know, the volcano. And then of course like you had to pierce the volcano so that this stuff came like oozing out of the top.
I just remember those parties in July and him in the pool. He loved that pool. And but if I was ready to go, he'd you know, get out of the pool or drop anything and he'd say, I'll walk you to the car. And I'd say, Jay, it's only a half a block away. I'll walk you to the car. And this is what I mean. He was just there for you, you know.
No matter what he was doing, no matter what he was carrying, no matter what was, you know, in his way, that he would always greet me or say goodbye to me, not with like just a quick little kiss on the cheek, but he would always like just squeeze me so tight, like, you know, like in a bear hug that would make my bones creak. And I just always felt like he was really happy to see me.
You know, he was just the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. He would give you the shirt off of his back. You know, I can't even tell you how many times he's come over to this house without having slept in over 24 hours because he was working a double or because he was working the night shift and we were having a party that afternoon or something like that. I don't think there was anybody who would have a bad word to say about him.
He was willing to help out everybody at his own course, you know, and that's what I remember of him. You know, he'd sorely be missed. My brother. I'll never forget him. He was a good guy, and I miss him I miss him a lot. And he was a very special guy to me. Going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression.
I'm still coming to grips a little bit with just the fact that we're not going to see him again.
I want to drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny. I
don't think there's a day that's gone by where I don't spend an awful lot of time thinking about this. I suppose as time goes by, there will be days where I don't think about him, but it hasn't happened yet.
What are you doing to keep Rockland clean? What? What are you doing to keep Rockland clean?
Hang on.
I have to believe with the mercy of God that he's home with God and his mom and dad. And I hope he's at peace.
No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my
I think his passing leaves a big hole in the family that no one will ever be able to fill.
right through me. And I find it kind of
You think you have a memory, a visual memory, but like for me, like it's those auditory like memories also, like of his voice, like on the phone, going, "Hi, Ange," you know.
hard to take. The people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad.
Jay, say something. We're running out of battery.
Matthew, happy birthday and many, many more.
Godspeed.
Mad.